Well, it is that time of the week where Toad kind of does his tier list, and I'm kind of excited to do this one because there's a lot of debate for the new units that have come out, and I finally managed to go ahead and evolve all the units from this update, so I've gotten to use them a little bit, and I can say from my opinion where I would think they should go. I did get rid of a ton of units from the tier list last time, so I went ahead and just made the tier list just the units that you should primarily focus on summoning for now. Of course, like I say this every single time, guys, if you have any mythical unit in the game, keep it. It is a good unit. You're going to want it on your team, especially if you're just starting out. Especially now with AA having this new like skip to certain stage like code that you guys can use. It is huge. You're gonna want to have mythical units. Let's go ahead and start with Aizen, of course, the must-rank air hybrid magic unit who is not then really outdone by too many units other than maybe Dio over Heaven. So like Dio over Heaven's probably better than Aizen only because he's unique and then he has his 20-second time stop. But those two are very, very good must-rank air hybrid magic units. If you have them, congratulations, they're great. You know, no one's topped Aizen yet for a full circle AoE unit that does a ton of damage. Akeno Fallen Angel, I had her here on this list last time and she was good. She's still good. She's only a good magic unit. I wouldn't say she's amazing or anything. Aki, good physical unit, definitely not someone that you necessarily need, but if you have him, he's still good. All Might, we're gonna keep him on the list here as a support unit, not the best support unit, not the worst support unit, but he does a good amount of damage now with his like upgrade that he had a little while ago, so not bad whatsoever. Angel Devil last time was under good magic, and this time he's still under good magic. I really just don't like how his ability works, how it takes part of your base's health away. It's really just not worth it. Dark Asta is almost off this list. He's no longer like must have. He's just good at a physical unit, and he's honestly getting out damaged by a lot of the recent units from this updates, like Bakugo Howitzer. Like Bakugo is an air hybrid physical unit. Unfortunately, I would say that for this update, Bakugo was actually dropped down to a good physical unit because he is being replaced by 1 or 2 units that are air hybrid units. You guys will see them in just a second. Greed Hunt is one of our utility lead units that you're going to want to have. If you don't have a utility lead unit, you're going to want at least Greed or some of the other units that I'll explain. Ban, honestly, I don't even know why I have him here. I think he's physical. I'm going to put him down here at like the lowest of the lowest tier because you don't need him. We got Boa over here, definitely better than All Might, but definitely not the most necessary support unit in the game. Lord Boros, who's unfortunately no longer attainable, is a must-rank air hybrid magic unit. Definitely would still have Aizen over Boros just for his full AoE, but still a very good unit if you were lucky enough to get one. Broly honestly shouldn't be on this list, but I'm going to put him right here under a good physical list just because Brooks is a good support. I've seen a lot of people starting to use Brooks again and again for leaderboard runs, so Brooks is definitely someone you're going to want to have. Bulma is self-explanatory. Carrot does a lot of damage for physical units, but not enough to be a must-bring physical unit. Cell, Cell's good. I always forget if Cell is physical or magic. I'm pretty sure he's physical, so I'm gonna put him over here. But yeah, Cell's a good unit to have no matter what, but he's not the best unit to have. Daki, in my opinion, the best lead in the game currently. It's just she does so much, and she's still attainable, so if you still don't have a Daki, go get yourself a Daki. Deku Vigilante must bring ground physical, and he's still up there, and the reason is because his damage is so high. I know we've got new units that do a lot of damage as well, but he's still a must-bring unit. If you see him on banner and you don't have any of the other units that are higher than him, I would definitely summon for Deku. Chainsaw Man is going to go under the utility lead units as well. He's no longer attainable other than trading, so I'm going to put him behind Daki, but still above Greed just because of his lead damage being higher than Greed's. Diane, good physical unit. I'm going to put her like here-ish on the order just because of her like massive range. It is really helpful. I see a lot of people using nowadays again. Diavolo, yeah, he's gonna go there. Amelia, great support, great slow. Honestly, the only unit that'll really compete with her is the new slow unit, which is the Yoshi. I don't even see Yoshino right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and go back to that later. Endeavor, great ground magic unit that competes with, of course, none other than Itachi, which everyone knows by now because everyone's always like, oh, so do I get Itachi or do I get Endeavor? The answer to that is up to you. I'm still going to put Itachi over Endeavor just because that's how I like to see it. Erlen's Duplicate is a good physical unit, but definitely not a must-bring unit in any means whatsoever. Erwin is a support unit. You always bring him on infinite leaderlord runs. Kisuke is another support unit that you're always gonna, well, not always anymore, that you're usually gonna drink a Kisuke on your leaderlord runs. Doflamingo Awakened is probably one of the newest units that deserve to be on the must-bring ground magic units. He does like nearly 400,000 damage max out with like a 7-second SPA with a pretty decent sized circle, so must-bring ground magic unit. Go get yourself the secret Doflamingo unit if you have not already. Aaron, I'm honestly gonna leave him down here because he doesn't deserve to be on this list unless we're doing an infinite run, and we're not doing an infinite run, so we're just gonna leave him right where he is. Golden Frieza must-bring magic unit, still behind Aizen just because he's not fully AoE, but still a very good unit to bring. Fujitora is a new must-bring air hybrid physical unit that knocked down our Bakugo from earlier. Actually, Bakugo goes ahead of Carrot, but he is probably the best air unit in the game. Like, strictly air unit, he is the best. And if I got unique on any of these physical air hybrid units, it would probably be him. I mean, not high, they're just air hill units. Genos Incinerate is a great magic unit. He's definitely fallen off his list of being a must-bring unit. And I think he's actually physical, if I remember correctly. So, still good unit, and the fact that he learns puts him all the way up here at the top. Gakko, good damage. Gonna put Crush under the support category. Not the most necessary unit to bring for supports, but definitely a unit you'd want to have for... Actually, I'm gonna put in the utility. Definitely a unit you want to have for utility. And I'm actually gonna put Gojo in this utility category as well, right above everyone else here, just because you're using him for his time stops more than anything. This one is a little complicated because they did just update Gon. So they did give Gon a 100% buff. He's doing 125,000 damage every 25 seconds, which makes it 60,000 every like 12 seconds, which is good, but it's not like groundbreaking or anything. The only thing that makes him insane is the fact that he's like full AoE. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring him up to the good magic. He did fall off. He's not amazing, but he's definitely a good magic user to have now, which is good to see that they went ahead and brought him back into the meta. That is whatever the meta is right now. Gauther, good support unit. I'm going to put him behind Snake Princess here. Same thing with Gray. I'm actually going to put Gray at like the lowest here. I never see people bring Gray for support units. Gyutaro Moon, must bring ground physical unit above Deku. I think he's probably the highest damaging unit other than our Meliodas, because Meliodas has crit automatically. Gyutaro would just crit more with a lead unit such as Daki. So definitely would still... I would definitely want Gyutaro over Meliodas, but I personally have Unique on both of them, and Unique Meliodas is better than Unique Gyutaro, but still two very good OP ground physical units. Hanji Captain, must bring air physical hybrid unit. Definitely just as good as our Hawks over here. I'm still going to leave her above Hawks, just because she does the bleed. Hina Ghost, honestly, Hina Ghost, I'm just going to leave Hina Ghost on the list right here. It doesn't need to be on this list. I'm going to put Ice Queen Emperor under the support category as well. Definitely higher than these guys, but lower than Kisuke. I see her used less than Kisuke and Gauther, honestly. Ichigo Final Dusk, good physical unit. Probably goes over here now on the top still, but no longer meta. Jolene, good magic user. Just good magic user, and that's about it. Jotaro Sirius is a good physical unit, guys. Don't get me wrong. I would love to have Jotaro Sirius, but he's really just good physical. He's not, like, amazing. The only thing that makes him really, really good is his ability. So I'll put him right here, right behind Bakugo for physical. if you're going to do an infinite run, you're probably going to bring a Julius with you, so Julius goes into the support category. Kenpachi, good physical unit again. There's just a lot of physical units in this game. I can almost put in the support category as well, just because you'd be using him for his stun, but I'm going to go ahead and leave him on the good physical category. Killua, I'm going to put him on his stun, like here. Just because he can be a support. And you know, if we're going to do that, we're going to go ahead and put Kenpachi right there as well above Killua. That's all they're going to be used for, is their stuns, not for damage. King Sloth is probably the best, like, regular air hybrid unit in the game that is magic, but other than that, you have your Nettle Knight and your Frieza that you should go for. So to avoid confusion, I'm going to put him over here under good magic. You're going to want to get Nettle Knight and Frieza before you get King Sloth. They're just better than him. Let's move Kisuke down. Kodani Scared, we're going to move down. Doesn't need to be on this list anymore. Koneko Cat is a great physical unit. We're going to put her over here next to our Carrot. Now, the number one unit from this update, guys, definitely has to have been Law Room. He is a must bring ground magic unit, and he is not a hybrid unit. So the reason he's going to stay under must bring ground magic is because his damage is absurd. Usually I would put him under utility and lead category, but for the sake of this right now, I want to like make sure everyone sees that you need to summon for Law and Doflamingo. I am going to put him above Doflamingo just because of his ability, but Doflamingo technically should be above Law just for his damage alone, because technically Law should be down here, but we'll put him right above Doflamingo, right there under the must-bring ground magic units. Lulu, great support for infinite runs. Luck is going to go down here along with Asta. Luffy Gear 4 is a must-bring ground or air hybrid physical unit, guys. Do not get me wrong, he is an absurd unit, does an absurd amount of damage, and honestly, his damage is just so insane. People have been downgrading him because he does one hit, but it's a 5-second SPA. He's going to hit every 5 seconds with a decent range as well for that attack. So definitely a must-bring air hybrid physical unit. Now, he's nowhere near as good as Pride the One. So he does fall behind Pride the One, and he does fall behind Tengen as well. Those two units are just full AoE, which make them absolutely insanely OP compared to him. There's Tengen, God of Flash in his, and I personally like Tengen, but I'm going to put Pride the One just because that's what people are going to want to see. I personally would put Tengen right there, just because I like how he attacks a little bit more than Pride the One does, but yeah, they're both interchangeable for like the top air hybrid physical units in the game. Madara, I'm just going to go ahead and put Madara down here. He's a good physical unit. Other than that, that's all he is. Negumi, great support unit. You're going to want to bring him for your infinite runs just for that extra 30%. Same thing with Merlin. We'll actually put them above Snake Princess and like right there. Mirko goes right here with the other good physical Easter egg units. That's all they are. They're just good physical Easter egg units. Moria, good magic unit, just that's it. Moria's going to be off the list next time, more than likely, honestly, just because he's just... That's all. He's fallen off. He's really not that good, honestly. He probably shouldn't even be on this list right now, but I'm going to leave him on the list just because I know that he still does an okay amount of damage. Perona, great support for air units. Definitely must bring for like a support unit. Power Fiend, good utility support kind of unit. We're going to leave him with like this category here because she's going to help out Chainsaw Hybrid because it's going to do like 5 times damage, which is absurd. Pucci, must-bring ground magic unit still. Not so much for his damage now, it's more his ability, but if you get unique on him, it is a great unit to have. Rayleigh, hold on, I forgot about Rayleigh, give me a second. So this is going to come as a shocker, actually, I think, to some of you, but the new Infinity Castle unit, Rayleigh, is actually going to go under must-bring ground physical, just because he inflicts like a weird new status ailment, and he does a good amount of damage, is multi-hit, and, well, you can place for him. So Rayleigh is actually a must-bring unit currently. Now, that might change in the near future, but definitely a good unit to have if you did get him. Congratulations, he's great. Sabo, Flame Emperor, is also going to fall under the must-bring ground physical unit. If you get Divine on him, he's amazing because, like, he just does a lot of damage. His burn is kind of weak compared to the other units, but still a very good ground fire type unit, which we never really had a really good ground fire unit, so it's good to have Sabo on the team. Our Sasuke Used to be really, really good, but he's only good on magic now. Here, Shigaraki. Okay, Shigaraki is probably the #1 utility lead unit in the game. His true damage, his canceling, the regeneration, he is an insane unit to have. Definitely would want him. Shisui Fleeker, I'm going to leave him off the list. Soifon, and there's better units. I'm going to leave her off the list as well. Sonic Speed is just going to go like here, I guess. If you really want Sonic because you love Sonic, he's okay. Sukuna is one of those utility lead units that's going to go right here. Yeah, probably above Chainsaw just because of his like 20% damage increase that he gets. Tatsumi, great support for knockback and everything. You definitely need a Tatsumi for a leaderboard run. I'm telling you that right now. Tatsumo, though, is just a good physical unit. That's about it. He is hybrid, really good, but just not the best. Same thing with Thor. Thor kind of goes on that list, but he's really not that amazing. Todoroki release, slows. That's about his job right there, and that's all he does. Toshiro is going to do the same thing with Soifon. Toshiro and Soifon used to be an amazing, like, physical hill units, but they've been outdone by quite a few units that you must bring instead. So definitely go for those units instead. Same thing with Okiura. They buffed him, but he's really not that good. Unohana, full circle, bleed, but definitely better units in the game. Now, this is probably the most confusing unit that's come out in this update, and that is going to be this new Usot God unit right here. Usot God is weird because he places traps. If you get unique on his traps, they do 2 million plus damage, which is so much damage, it's actually quite absurd. But it's not a consistent amount of damage, and it's really only used for like a boss killer thing instead of like a unit that's gonna kill everything on his own. Because of that, I'm gonna put Usopp on his own tier, and let me actually go ahead. Oh wait, no, hold on. Go down. Hold on. Let's move utility lead down. Utility lead down. Must bring air, physical. Okay, must bring ground. And okay. What I want to do is I want to add a row above, and this new row is literally just going to be called Usot and more. Because oh gosh, I clicked on an ad. Be careful, guys. Usot and more is just, yeah, he's very conditional, and I can't tell you. I don't know. Usot's really good. You're gonna want Usot. I just can't guarantee you exactly what you're going to use him for, so that's why he's going to go over here back into his own category. Vash, good physical unit. I'm going to leave him off the list. Vegeta is a hybrid unit, must bring air physical, but definitely the lowest of the tiers here currently. Heavy Weather can stay off the list. We got a support right here with our Wendy, goes along with our Erwin buffs. Vash is off the list, and then I think that's basically the majority of the list right here. We can place Yamamoto up here. We can place Yami right here. We can place Yuno right here as a good magic unit. But yeah, that is basically the list for this update. The update was good. There's a lot of really good units. Like, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, all 6. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. All 7 really good units from this update are units you're gonna want to have because A, they're new, B, they do a ton of damage, and C, they really are just good. They're better than the older units. So I definitely suggest you guys go and summon for them. But that's it for this. I need to go to sleep. As you guys can tell, I still am pretty sick. I'm gonna try to go live later today, but for now, that's it for this video. I hope you like this. Let me know what you would change down below, and I'll see you guys later. Reese's Pieces. Bye!